Page 11, a garden. 1 page long, treble bass clef, 1 flat in the key signature. We're in the key of F major, so if you're doing scales, do the scale for F major. 1 octave up and down is fine. 4 time signature, 1 hand at a time here is check notes and fingering and all. You're starting here, that puts the hand here. Don't forget the B flat, it's in the key signature, so it's part of the hand position. So it's 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Reach down. Now collapse. We'll just change hand positions. Reach down. Don't move down, just the thumb, because I need the A. See? Now, it's going from measure 8 to 9. There's a couple ways of doing this. It's an end of a phrase you're going to lift up, and as you lift up, you can move. Here. I'd rather not. There is a little better way of handling this if you get in the habit of it, so I want to teach you now. So you can start getting in the habit of it now. And that is, in measure 9, we have repeated notes. The first 2 notes are the A's. Anytime you have a note played more than once like that, it's a repeated note. We change hand positions on repeated notes regularly. So what I'm going to recommend you do is measure 8 is here. I'm going to play measure 9, play the first A with a little finger and then third. I want to change hand positions on the repeated notes. So it's measure 8 again, then go on. And the reason for that is when you have a repeated note, you have to lift up on the note. You can't connect it to itself. In theory, there's a way to do it. Let's not go there. And since you have to lift up anyway, you can move. And moving from one finger to another, it can be done very quickly and easily. You're not going very far. You're going to scratch up, you're almost there. And you can do that. You learn to do this, changing fingers on a repeated note. Get good at it eventually. So we just do it. We take advantage of that to change hand positions on repeated notes when we can. So that's what I'm doing in measure 9. Now on the last line, you're here. And then again, they want thumb for the next to the last measure. Well, it's a repeated note. We're changing hand positions on repeated notes. You ever hear that? Yeah, that's fine. You don't even have to do it on the first F. I could play the first F in the next to last measure with third finger again, and then thumb. Doesn't matter which note you change on. Usually we do it first. We do it quickly, soon. So we're there, ready to go. Kind of depends on what's happening in the other hand. Because if I'm busy in the other hand, it makes it easier maybe if I change at one time or another, depending on what's happening in the other hand. Left hand, speaking of the other hand, we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, rest. Okay. End of the second line. Measure 7, naturals. Okay. Let's go down to the last line. Measure 15. We're here. And then here. This is a little tricky because I don't have enough fingers to get everything done. I'm using second finger on both. I could use third here and connect them, but then I'm out of position for here. So I'm using second finger on both to, it's rather awkward, but we do it. So, and then here. And again, you don't need the natural sign in the last measure. It would be a natural anyway, just as long as you understand. Put the heads together, it's here. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Claps. The heads together, and then I'll go back over it a few measures at a time, and I'll get rid of any hesitations. Keep it slow, but no hesitations. And once those are gone, then I think about the dynamics. Rather soft again. Oh, isn't that nice? Rather soft. That's the melody. This needs to be very soft, very light, very light. The whole thing's about there. Okay. If later, once you get past the mechanics and you get everything under control and you're feeling it, if you feel getting a little louder and softer in places, do it. Now the speed, song-like, oh, that's a lot of help. Well, if you were going to sing it, how fast would you sing it? I don't sing in these videos. They're hard enough as it is. But you can sing if you want. If you do, I recommend you do it after you can play the notes well, so you're comfortable with it. Or maybe somebody else is there who can sing. Think singing as to yourself as you're playing it. Think that you can sing it to yourself. Now, a little bit about music and music form. It helps in interpreting the piece if you can sort of understand the form sometimes. In this piece, at the bottom, the song actually ends at measure 16. We're done. Those last two measures is an afterthought. We call it a coda. It's just an afterthought. Sometimes the coda is an extra little bit put on. You could leave it off. Sometimes it's an important part of the piece. You can't leave it out. Here, you could leave it off and be just fine, but it's just an afterthought. Generally, with the coda, you might play it a little softer than the other, so they understand it's not melody. Yeah. Sometimes you might even slow it down a little bit. The coda. It's just an afterthought. Yeah. And it could be both hands here because there isn't really a melody, so you can play both hands about the same. That's interpretation. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift up. So I didn't talk about phrasing. Well, you can put them in. Follow the words here. Lift up. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Now here, I don't know about that. Going from measure 6 to 7, I think I would connect those together. Even though there's a comma, I don't agree with the comma. I think that's poor grammar. I wouldn't separate the prepositional phrase from the rest of the sentence like that. It needs to be together. It needs to flow. The notes are. So I would connect all that. Then lift up for measure 9. Lift up, lift up. And I'd connect all this. Then lift up for the coda. Yeah. That's how I would do the phrasing. The left hand, I would connect it if I could. If you can connect it, by all means. You get a rest sometimes so you can't. But it's like in the second line here. I'm going to lift up here. That is a repeated note you got to, so if you want to lift both, okay. I'm going to lift up here, but connect that. Then connect them both. And then I'm going to lift up in the right hand, but connect the left. So you could add the phrasing. Let's play this together slowly and check that you have the correct notes and rhythms. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 4, 4, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3.